Hello, risk adjustment operators, innovators, and learners. Welcome to another learning series of the Hills Academy Risk Adjustment Made Easy, the Medicare Advantage kind. Thank you so much for joining us this week as we continue our journey on learning on bill frequency codes. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would really encourage you to subscribe or share with others if this channel has been very instrumental to you. So let's get in for today. Today, we continue on our journey on bill frequency codes. Last 2 weeks, we covered originals. Last week, we covered replacements. And today, we are covering voids. So on the A37 implementation guide, continuing on our loop 2300 CLM 05-3, in submitting Medicare Advantage encounter data and chart review records. The same loop is used for submitting originals, replacements, and voids. And as we learned, originals are used to submit initial record of a service or additional diagnoses. We learned last week that the replacements are used for making modifications. So it can either add or delete diagnosis. But this week is also another record type that is used for making modifications as well. But unlike replacements, void is actually canceling something that exists. It is voiding. Unlike replacement that is replacing, it voids and replace with something else for replacement. But for voids, it voids and it doesn't replace it. So that is the difference between submitting for replacement and submitting for void. And for void, the value that I put in there instead of 7 is 8. We learned that original is not 7 or 8. Replacements were 7. And then for voids, you're using the value 8. And an example of that you will see as you work through these processes, as in the encounter data submission and processing guide, you can see here that for on this table for submitting voids, the CLM 05-3 is 8, and then all the other things that you have to put in here, that is not the focus of this video. But at least now you know the difference between what values you have to put in for submitting for original records, replacement records, and void record, and how they affect what is being submitted. Moreover, for risk adjustment purposes, voids generally causes a deletion of diagnosis. Voids generally causes a deletion of diagnosis. And there is a note here that there might be some instances where a void may potentially add, which is not for today. We can discuss that. If you want more information, you can please reach out. But generally, voids are for deleting diagnosis. And you can see that from the MAO4 user guide example here. Encounter type 2 is for voids. And here, as the submission is being processed, you can see that the void is causing this diagnosis to be deleted. The D here representing D on your MAO4. So as one submit voids, understanding what you want to do with the submission and understanding what submission values that you have to put in your A37 has implication on how your diagnoses are processed for your MAO4 report for risk adjustment purposes. And therefore, that is how voids and replacement or originals affect how those records are being processed and how that end up in a beneficiary's diagnosis profile. I hope this video was helpful for you as we discuss claim bill frequency codes. The corresponding cheat sheet that goes with this video series for this month is the Medicare Advantage Risk Adjustment Basics 4, which submission, which goes through the original, the replacement, and the void for you and explains that for you. And you can easily download your free copy on the Hills Academy website. And you go to the hillsacademy.com, you navigate to the resources, and then you click on it for it to open for you to download your free copy. Also, if you have not downloaded our signature gift, it is From Chaos to Clarity, the essential comparison cheat sheet on the Medicare Advantage Risk Adjustment data sources, and you can click on it and get your free copy, and it explains the various data types that are used for Medicare Advantage risk adjustment processes. And also, you are free to join our learning community, our email list, so that you do not miss anything from us. Thank you so much for joining us again, and we hope this was very helpful in understanding your submissions, either submitting for original, submitting for replacement, or submitting for void. Next week, we'll have a live Q&A at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and we will go through some of these and other questions that may have come in. Bye for now.